Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Premier Injuries Daily Update. Now, it's Thursday, the 23rd of December. We're discussing the injury news ahead of the Boxing Day fixtures. Man United and Newcastle, of course, play on the 27th. But before we get into those press conferences, we'll provide another update later. I want to touch upon updates from the Carabao Cup, which took place on Tuesday and Wednesday night. Leicester, of course, they went out on penalties to Liverpool, but in that defeat was compounded by the loss or injuries to certainly three players. Kailan Sayuncu was forced off with a hamstring problem. He has only just returned to the first team squad, having recovered from a hamstring strain. Jamie Vardy, he remained on the pitch, but he wasn't able to take a penalty, and that was because he said he could hardly move due to tightness in that hamstring. And again, given the tight turnaround between these fixtures, he's flagged as a big doubt for that game on Tuesday. And also Ricardo Pereira, he's been managing injury problems in recent times. He was caught by a nasty challenge by Tyler Morton. Now, hopefully that's just impact. It looked as if he caught him on the shin. So that gives him a 50-50 chance of recovering, but certainly a painful one. In terms of who's going to potentially come into that back line, Johnny Evans, he's managing his own hamstring problem. There's been no reference from Brendan Rodgers so far, but what we do know is that he limped off against Newcastle, and that injury wasn't thought to be as serious as it was initially deemed. So that gives him a chance, an outside chance of maybe coming into that back line. We understand that Daniel Amadi isn't an option. Ghana have arranged a training camp ahead of AFCON, and that started in Doha in Qatar on Wednesday, and we believe that he's already attending out. Now that leads us into a nice segue into two other players that have been called up to the Ghana squad. And there's a little bit of uncertainty, or certainly not sure on the status of these players. Thomas Partey is one of those that's included in that Ghana squad. However, James Benge has actually confirmed that he will remain at Arsenal until around about the 27th of December. So he is available for that Boxing Day fixture. I think it is against Norwich. Jordan Ayew is the only other Premier League player that I'm aware of that's called into that Ghana squad. I don't know if he's available or not. We don't have a scheduled press conference from Patrick Vieira today. That could come on Christmas Eve. But staying on Arsenal, Tommy Yasu, he limped off last time out with he complained of calf tightness, a little bit of an injury there. Didn't think they could finish 90 minutes. He wasn't involved in the Carabao Cup. That could have just been a tactical decision to keep him out. There's been no mention from Mikel Arteta, so there's one to watch. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is an option possibly there. He has been missing for the last few games. That's due to illness, but that's non-COVID related. The only positive tests that we're aware of are Pablo Mari, Callum Chambers, and also Sambi Lokonga. Aubameyang, in terms of his internal disciplinary matters, Mikel Arteta said decisions on his involvement will be taken game by game. So there's no guarantees with regards to that. However, the way Arsenal have been playing, and also the hat-trick from Eddie Nketiah midweek, and performances of Gabriel Martinelli, that suggests that the Gunners aren't missing Aubameyang too much. Across London at West Ham, we've seen the return of Ben Johnson to provide a boost for David Moyes, and also Ryan Fredericks to provide backup from the bench. However, there was a concerning or a worrying update from David Moyes with regards to Aaron Cresswell. He has been on the cusp of a return on a couple of occasions, but now it seems as if he may have suffered a setback. David Moyes said he doesn't know when the fullback will return, and that's a worry. He says the club are missing him. So yeah, it's wait and see for that one, but certainly for that Boxing Day fixture, that looks as if he's out of the equation. Vladimir Sufa, he can play. Obviously, he was dismissed in his last game, but that ban was served in the Carabao Cup after West Ham's game at the weekend was postponed. One other update on Mikel Antonio. He wasn't involved against Tottenham, and that was because he returned a positive COVID-19 test. Now, David Moyes said it was in and around 7 days ago. That probably puts it maybe Friday or Saturday last week. So that gives him a chance for these Boxing Day fixtures. And David Moyes said he was hopeful of a return. The reason as well has also been a change, and now that people don't have to self-isolate for the full 10 days. players or anybody who's tested for it can actually submit a lateral flow test on day 6, and as long as they take a second lateral flow test on day 7 within 24 hours, if both of those tests are negative, then you can return. So that could see a hastily return to the training pitches for Mikel Antonio, which gives him a chance. That also leads nicely into updates from Thomas Tuchel. He said that Romelu Lukaku and Callum Hudson-Odoi have already submitted 1 negative lateral flow test. So that's an indication that if they submit a second one today, presumably, that they can be back on the training pitches. Elsewhere, the only other team really of much talked about of injury news last night was Brentford. Charlie Goode, he was sidelined through a hamstring problem, so he was out. That was fine because Ethan Pinnock returned to the squad following his positive COVID test. We did see Ivan Toney named on the bench, and Thomas Frank said that the striker was being managed again post-COVID. So whether he's in a position to start on Boxing Day or not remains to be seen. There are also question marks regarding the fitness of Rico Henry. He was removed as a precaution due to tightness in his hamstring. It's very prevalent at this time of year. We know that. And he will be assessed ahead of that match. So that's your quick update from Tuesday and Wednesday. Like I say, we have 10 press conferences scheduled for Thursday, plus a mop-up session on Christmas Eve morning. We will cover all of the key talking points either on the injury table at premierinjuries.com through these videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and also looking at our predicted lineup post, and also we full 20 team preview that we do for NBC Sports. So that's it for now. I hope you're well, stay safe, and Merry Christmas.